This great secret comes to us from the previous descending Bronze Yuga. It may extend back to the earlier descending Silver Yuga. This great secret is at least 13,500 years old. Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, a very unique book that comes to us from a far older antiquity than is commonly perceived, does not relate at all to what we think of as yoga in the modern understanding of that subject and word, and has no connection to the stretching and breathing exercises. Patanjali's yoga, kept alive through millennia by different authors trying to make sense of these obvious instructions, is actually a manual on how to operate a space-alien mind-to-machine interface. The Torah, and thus the original material for the Old Testament of the Christian Bible, does not contain the word for God. Instead, the words translated as God for today's audience that believes the book to be about God, worship and religion are actually the words for the race of space aliens called within the Torah the Elohim, which means many of the El. The El are what they called themselves, these conquering, brutal space aliens. Just as within the Torah Old Testament, there are no words within Patanjali's Yoga Sutras about yoga, stretches, or health from bodily exercises. Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, in its modern context, as a purchased, casually read, then discarded book, is not about yoga as we understand it today. Patanjali's sutras are intended for a human audience. That is, these are instructions for humans. Patanjali's sutras are instructions on how the human must control their mind in order to use the mind-to-machine interface, both effectively and without causing death or harm to themselves, others, or the equipment. Patanjali's Yoga Sutras is a book composed of 3 parts. The first section is a general discussion on parameters, the second section on effective concentration techniques to be employed with the machine interface device, and the third part, which is the discussion of the powers rendered by the mind-to-machine interface when properly controlled. Throughout the second section on concentration, as well as the third on the powers involved, there are many cautions and warnings for the operator. This machinery is dangerous to the human mind. It can become distorted, damaged and lost with inappropriate care in the operation of the equipment.